Hola de nuevo, bienvenidos al canal. Hasta la continuación del modo historia de Fire Emblem Three Houses. Nos hemos quedado en que teníamos que hablar con los delegados de cada casa, empezando por Eric, ¿qué se llama?
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Pressburg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Claro. Edgar.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities. Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable. For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Iron, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status. He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire. He's the second son of Count Gertrude. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him. She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to cross. Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
Dorothea.
To the west of Foglin is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Ok, con eso ya dimos la vuelta a todas las islas negras.
So, you've accepted a teaching position. I am the prince. I wonder if I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like...
Ok, se supone que ya, aunque sigue escribiendo el simbolito. Sigamos para acá. Ahí está Cloud. Aquí no me van a dejar pasar.
What do you think?
Cloud de los ciervos dorados. Vamos a hablar con Cloud.
Well, well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? care to know more about anyone? Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little. He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again. He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and... actually, that's about it. He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents. Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know? Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak. Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess. Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Ah, you must be the renowned mercenary who rescued Claude. Honestly, you should not have troubled yourself over the likes of him. My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Hi. What's like this?
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithea von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
Los nombres tan redundantes va a ser
Are you
complicado
that
acordarme.
mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund.
Are you joining the Knights of Seros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
Estos no hablan. Este tampoco.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leone Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Good, good. Pequeño.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey there, are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Qué bien.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness.
Sí, parece
Words
mayor.
cannot express my gratitude.
No parte del...
Should you ever require my strength,
Los reclutas.
please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
Lo siento, pareces muy viejo, amigo. Debes dormir más.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you. and beating you.
Ah, sí.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery? Oh, mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about? Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend. I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Kidoki. Le falta Dimitri, pero antes de Dimitri. Se cumplió con la misión de Dimitri, obviamente. Vamos a hablar con los demás.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Dorothea.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery? Shall I show you around?
Ándale, qué coqueta.
My name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Yeesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
No.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most
Tienes que haber
sincere
malvado, te lo habían
thanks.
dicho.
This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello. I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Antes de hablar con Dimitri, vamos a hablar con Elisa.
What do you want? I am Yuritsa. I teach here.
Se parece a Vega.
Instruction. These are the training grounds. Goodbye.
Que es sujeto más de
Yes. A moment, please.
nivel 2, aquí veníamos
Hello.
ya nos toca hablar con Dimitri. Estoy equivocándome los botones.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blayford, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Claro que sí. Empezamos por Tri.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped. Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man. Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime. He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm. Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Galán.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her. Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking, brilliant really, though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night. Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Me gusta, me gusta.
I appreciate your effort.
Está hierro, poción. Y exploré todo, entonces vamos volviendo.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But
supongo que cada uno nos vamos a encargar de una casa.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions,
Me hará el
and the
placer de elegir.
Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick.
Seguramente Miguel va a tomar a las águilas y Heyman al Golden Deer. Suena bien. Muchos de esos nobles de mi vida usan magia. Es lo que me gusta, aunque me gustaría estar con Edgar, pero será para otro juego. Esta es la que me llama y este es el que voy a tener que tomar porque es el que más alta a mí. Si yo tomo los Leones Azules, ella toma a las águilas. Sí, se ve bien.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
That's correct.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Vodlin's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
Sotis.
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Van a ser los ganadores.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
¿Viste la respuesta?
You say that, but I just don't
Creo que le
know
falta
about all of
voz a
this.
nuestro
I'll
Sebes.
admit, it doesn't sit well with me either.
Aunque creo que te había
After
leído
all, I wish to show you due
una noticia de que le
respect.
quitaron la voz y le van a cambiar.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Having heard of your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh, I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, and you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Ya puedes ir a nuevos lugares del monasterio. Y gracias a ellos te ha abonado 1000 M para financiar las actividades de este mes.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit.
Eso espero, y que no tenga agujas, por favor.
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now. I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all. Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now,
¿Qué puede estudiar si no lo conocían?
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Deducciones comparado con otros. No es que esté haciendo mucho. Ahora puedes seleccionar el uniforme de la Academia de Oficiales para el personaje protagonista en el diario de sus actos serios.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
El Monasterio organiza diversos eventos y actividades. Cada semana dispone de un día libre en el que puedes elegir una actividad de la lista. Al principio, la única disponible será explorar. Selecciona el calendario con los botones en dirección para consultar las actividades programadas en la fecha que elijas. La exploración recorre la dependencia del monasterio, habla con sus habitantes y define sus peticiones. Cualquier seminario, cualquier adulto experimentado puede impartir clase y ayudarle a mejorar como docente. Batallas, se puede batallas relacionadas con misiones, anexos y otros encargos. Descansar, puedes pasar tu media de la semana descansando, con ello la motivación de los aliados subirá. Batalla entre las casas, compañeros de Ferdinand. Invita a comer, horticultura, pesca. Primer día de descanso. Invita a comer, consulta horticultura y pesca. Como veo, estaba viendo lo que iba a hacer. Ahí está. Exploración, clasificaciones. Al jugar en línea podrás comprobar qué tipo de actividades prefieren otros jugadores. Además te permitirá consultar todos los tipos de clasificaciones con los personajes que participan en más batallas durante ese mes. Consultar las fotografías de cómo administrar tu tiempo. Y la exploración aquí abierta. Tiene tiempo. Diario. Cambiar aspecto. Usar la ropa. Para guerra. Guerra para guerra. Para guerra. Para anuncios. Pesca en el estanque. Bane, Easy Bane. Aquí el comedor, dormitorios. Vamos a grabar primero. Aquí vamos a ordenar la primera día. Cuando le va a tu casa.
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
I trust you're eager to face the Black Eagles in battle. Enjoy the thrill of anticipation while it lasts. Soon you'll wish you had chosen to lead our house instead.
If you continue to insist on distracting me, I will have no choice but to get rid of you. Joking, of course.
Hasta vale.
Listen to this. Wow, Yuritsa sure seems strong. I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured Yuritsa was a natural replacement. I was surprised when you were suddenly appointed professor instead. I don't think I could hold my own against Yuritsa in battle. But I could probably take you, though.
Probablemente.
Seriously? You should really work on your self-confidence if you're planning on being a professor.
I care nothing of friendship. If you have no business here, leave.
Es una misión, pero sin embargo vamos por acá. Se acaba el tiempo.
His Highness has said that he trusts you, and I have no cause for doubt. But if you mistreat him in any way, I will take action. I have a request.
Here there will be a mock battle soon. I trust that you will carefully study the strengths and weaknesses of each of your students, that you may provide effective guidance. Regardless of the results, this battle will be a great learning experience. Even so, what is the point of competition if the aim isn't to win? As this is your first time at the monastery, please allow me to show you the ropes. Both students and teachers of the Officers' Academy are free to use the facilities within the monastery. For example, you can dine with others at the dining hall, or partake in one-on-one combat at the training grounds. I encourage you to wander around the monastery and lend an ear to the people living here. There are bulletin boards in various places around the monastery. Have you seen them, Professor? There you can find requests from various sources, as well as information about the market. If you fulfill these requests, you should eventually be able to use even more of the facilities here. The bulletin board gets updated frequently. You would do well to check it once a month. This probably goes without saying, but no matter which facility you use, it will take up a considerable amount of your time. It's helpful to plan out activities in advance, so that you don't mistakenly squander your time here.
Ahora las actividades del monasterio contienen puntos de actividad. Si los agotas todos, nos da posibilidad de hacer actividades, pero podrás seguir explorando el rato que quieras. Ok. Si quieres dejar de explorar, prime L para concluir la jornada.
Professors at the Officers' Academy are expected to have exceptional leadership skills. Students and teachers alike must devote themselves to their studies and strive to acquire great wisdom, even outside their respective fields.
Puedes mejorar tu nivel docente si participas en ciertas actividades, te relacionas con los alumnos y les libros del monasterio, a medida que sube nivel y explorando más puntos de habilidad.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
Cobardiño.
Oh, Professor! Have you adjusted to life at the academy yet? Me? I'm still not used to it. I'm not one for all this studying and training.
That's,
Si me dejas pasar. Más dormitorios.
I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
Bernadetta.
I was just heading back to my room. Bye!
Bye. Sylvain.
Hey, Professor. If you got spare time, wanna join me for a trip into town? We could try to pick up beautiful girls. Or not. I'm kidding. Don't look at me like that.
Claro.
Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
No dice cuánto consume. Invernadero y estanque.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
Eso no es una buena idea. Ahora me está entrando el sueño. Ashley.
Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible. There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed. My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Ok, antes de entregar la misión, tengo que ver.
Let's see. I'm a little busy.
Ok.
I really can't right now. I got a lot of things to do. Work and stuff like that. Why don't you look at the flowers in the greenhouse instead? They're pretty.
Ok, mundo culto. Ahora vamos a entregar el estanque. Lo de anuncios. Ok. Cobio de Armin, cebolla y nabo. Prestigio 300, semillas de hierba, semillas occidentales y tomate. Araque de alineas, hoyo de caledones, larva e insecto. Todos dan lo mismo, así que posiblemente vamos a entregar el invernadero.
Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect us.
Tienes unas ojerotas. Comedor. La Petra.
Here at the monastery, I have had many great learnings from many great people. I am hopeful to have learnings from you, too. As forever, I will do my best trying.
Bien, me gusta esa actitud. Lane.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself. My brother would not be pleased if he heard you saying such things. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have. Might you help me with a favor?
I'm busy. Do you want something?
Perdón.
I can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
Oh, de tanto presumir y al final nada. Jefe de cocina, no.
Ugh, I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time? I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
Vayamos por acá. Tratar de visitar.
Hi, this is the Golden Deer House. You're in charge of a different class, right? Too bad we won't see more of each other. I'm happy to learn from you if the opportunity comes up.
Our house is that of the Golden Deer. Do you know the significance of that name, Professor? Golden deer are sacred creatures, said to have protected Leicester since time immemorial. All three of the houses have a meaning behind their name. You should feel free to ask around if that sort of knowledge interests you.
Yes, it's true that I'm the only commoner in the Black Eagle house. I knew that before the first day of class. Those people are simply exhausted.
Right. Before I came to the Officers Academy, I attended a school of magic in the Kingdom Capital. That's where I met Annie. That's what I call Annette. Oh, I guess Lawrence was at the School of Magic too. But Annie was always just so nice to me, even though I was older. She's my best friend in the world.
No sé si me veo un amigo que sea tan amable.
Story. The Blue Lion House derived its name from the honorary title of the first king of Fargus. Lugh, the king of lions, wore brilliantly blue garments. His chivalric exploits are recorded in multiple legends. The library holds various historical accounts regarding him and the Blue Lions. If you find time, you should read them. They're filled with insights.
Okay. Sigamos por acá.
Do you know the provenance of our class name? The eagle. That refers to the twin-headed eagle on the Adrestian Empire's coat of arms. And black is the traditional color of the Empire's armor. Hence, black eagles.
Y creo que este es el que tiene el significado más de todos.
Professor.
Yeah. Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet?
Not todavía.
Absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there. In a manner, yes. But it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
Esa es la actitud.
Here's an idea. There are two types of crests. Major crests manifest their power most effectively, while minor crests are slightly weaker. It is said that the closer a person's blood relation is to various saints and heroes,
the higher their chance of bearing a major crest. Of course, there are also examples of major crests manifesting in children whose parents bear no crest whatsoever. The exact nature of how and why crests are inherited is still a mystery.
Yes. I hear a member of House Fressfeld, the ruling family of the Empire, has entered the Officers' Academy for the first time in ages. It is said that the Adrestian Empire's very founding was aided by none other than Saint Seros. That is why the crest of Seros is on the Imperial flag. In recent years, a rift has developed between the Empire and the Church. Let us hope this will be a good opportunity for both parties to reforge their close relationship of years past.
Hello, Professor. I have a teeny tiny question for you, if that's all right. You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine, a scowling face, and a generally gloomy demeanor, have you? Well, yes. It's a bit difficult to explain. Please just let me know if you do see him, okay?
Okay.
Indeed. As part of our commitment to the goddess, the Knights undertake various missions across all of Fodlan. Assisting with the education of young nobles is also a part of our sacred duty.
All right. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. By the by, have you ever regretted a decision, wished you could go back and undo it? It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh? But I suppose a bad decision isn't worth all that fuss anyhow.
Si fuera así, no aprenderíamos de nuestros errores. Me falta uno.
Listen. Hey.
Entonces me faltan. A ver si no me pierdo.
Unbelievable. The Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the heir to the Alliance's leading house. This is one exceptional year, that's for sure. If you're a teacher here, you better watch your step. If anything were to happen to those kids, well, suffice to say that it could harm the reputation of the Church of Seros, which we've spent almost a millennium establishing.
Necesito una armadura como la suya, solo sin el ridículo sombrero. Genial. Me faltaba alguien aquí. Bernardetta.
I don't like to come up. Hope you're okay with that, Professor.
Ok, me vas a hablar con Bernardetta. Ok, de los 3 misiones que tenemos, ¿cómo vas con el invernadero? Ya solo nos queda hablar con uno blanco.
Maybe.
Vamos a hacer eso antes de...
Professor?
Hi.
Ahorita nos falta ahí el segundo piso.
Okay. I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
Solo hay que recordar ir al segundo nivel antes de que termine nuestro día. Vamos a la clase de herbología. Nos puede servir para algunas hierbas. Vamos a mirar. En el invernadero puedes cultivar y cosechar diversas plantas y siembras sus semillas, por ejemplo flores que son regalos apreciados. Algunos personajes podrían incluso decorar sus aposentos con ellas si le regalas un número suficiente. Usa la opción de entregar semillas para que la entregada las plante. La compatibilidad entre las semillas que elijas influye en la calidad del producto, mientras que el número de semillas depende del tamaño de la cosecha. Una vez plantadas las semillas, se usa la opción de cultivar para decidir qué tratamiento se da las plantas. A cambio de un pago, la encargada del invernadero cuidará la cosecha para que sea abundante. Cuando más fondo dedicas a tu cuidado, mejor serán los resultados. Podrás recoger la cosecha una semana después de plantar las semillas. Punto superado. Lo sé con poder mágico. Y cosechar, no puedo cosechar todavía.
My thanks.
Petición completada. Eso no me quitó puntos, entonces vamos a capturar peces. Para pescar elige un cebo. Espera a que aparezca la silueta del pez que quieres capturar. Cuando pique, primero el botón de A para tirar de caña. Si es demasiado, el pez escapará. Cuando el pez muerde el anzuelo y tiras de la caña, aparecerá en una pantalla un círculo cuyo tamaño se reduce rápidamente. Oprime A justo cuando se interponga con el anillo morado para reducir la barra de vida del pez. 2 agotes lo habrás pescado. Ten en cuenta que si las filmadas le estará deteriorando. En el caso de que se rompa, cuando su barra de resistencia se agote, el pez escapará. La resistencia será se incremente con tu nivel de reserva. Cada excelente que obtengas servirá para incrementar el contador de combo. Cuando más alto esté, más reducida la barra de resistencia del pez. Si consigues un pleno de excelentes, aumentará la posibilidad de que pesques alguna pieza especialmente valiosa. Vamos a ver. Los excelentes. Caracius, pequeño pescado común en el todo Foldán que se suele ilustrar con la santa que te dan. O sea, 2 excelentes si me dan eso. Voy a informar a Flame. Vayamos a informar a Flame. Estaba aquí.
You have helped me so much.
Y tenemos la jefa de cocina. Mirar el menú. Salteo de pescado. Platillo del día. Mercedes, Anet. A toque invitar a ir a comer. Si quisiera a ella, necesitas a Ingrid. Le gusta. Vamos a tratar el platillo del día con Ingrid. Así se consume toda la acción. Elige el segundo personaje. Información de apoyo. Ingrid. ¿Quién más invito? Yo puedo comer con 2. Anet o Mercedes. Vamos a invitar a la pequeña Anet. que les gusta un platillo del día. No, Mercedes. Qué complicado. Creo que me conviene tener el apoyo de la healer. Vamos allá.
I think it's wonderful to be able to eat a nice meal every day.
This is my absolute favorite. How did you know, Professor?
Venía en el menú. El grado de apoyo entre los tres personajes sube, los dos personajes invitados están motivados. Y sube el nivel de docente. Ha subido la asignatura que presides por actividades. Por forma general, lo aconsejable es dejar de explorar cuando se agotan los puntos de actividad, para hacerlo prima L mientras explores o cuando abras el menú.
Nice! I knew I could count on you.
Ahora sí se nos acabó. Lo que nos queda nada más es ir al segundo piso.
Listen. What?
Indeed.
Yes.
Here's an idea. Okay.
Sí, hay varias personas con las que no he hablado. Vea.
Do bear in mind that even as you are appraising your students, they are appraising you as well. I hope that you will do your best to form lasting bonds with your flock. Oh, and I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the mock battle.
Mock battle.
Well,
The church has changed a lot since my time. Zedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Yuritsa, and many of the knights. None of them were around 20 years ago.
a mock battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they? Don't worry, though. Should you get injured, I will care for you all through your recuperation. I will see to you, oh so very, very personally.
Apparently, there is to be a mock battle between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things on my mind. My research is proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. Frustrating, yet also quite intriguing. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh.
¿Qué?
A couple square inches would do.
Nada de agujas, nada de navajas.
No. Perhaps some blood. A couple of drops on the device are all I need. Oh, thank you, Professor. Those few drops of blood are invaluable to my research. Oh, so much more to learn.
Por dos gotitas no creo que vaya a pasar nada. Yo no sé qué hablar aquí. Pero no tengo que hablar con él.
Oh, thank you, Professor. Those few drops of blood are invaluable to my research. Oh, so much more to learn.
Nada importante esta vez.
Captain Gerald has hardly changed since 20 years ago. I've aged at least 3 times as much as he has.
Y es un bicote ridículo.
Oh, right. It was because I just overheard Tomas remarking on the subject. The leader of a legendary group of knights returned. People are bound to be talking about the old captain.
2.
Professor, I hear you are lacking in knowledge of the Church of Seros. The library contains countless documents about the teaching and the history of the Church. I encourage you to make good use of them.
Hey there.
No vas a poner a leer todo. Solo vas a ver si nos dan algo.
Say now, Tomas has served as the monastery's librarian for decades. Actually, he was away from Derridmark for a spell, but he returned to his post last year. There is no one as familiar with the monastery's archives as he is.
Puede que la que estaba peleando sea la niña verde. Que ya está todo. Vamos a lavar pues las moscas. Vamos a terminar la jornada. ¿Cómo te explorará? Es el cumpleaños de Ferdinand. Quiere gastar 200 M flores para celebrarlo. Está bien.
Much appreciated.
No soy de regalar flores, pero todo sea por un alumno contento. Esperamos en nocturna. Dependen de Urbert. Batalla entre las tres casas, cumpleaños de Ferdinand. Vamos a guardarlo y dejarlo aquí. Seguramente ya viene la batalla, eso va a tomar un poquito de tiempo, así que dejamos para el siguiente capítulo. Siento que está un poco lento, estamos familiarizándonos con el sistema de juego, con los tutoriales, ver qué es lo que se puede hacer, haciendo relaciones, y ya en el siguiente podemos empezar con el segundo combate del juego. Sin más, agradecerles su tiempo, espero les haya gustado. Quedo al pendiente de los comentarios si hay algo que puedo ir mejorando para traerles contenido de mejor calidad y que les guste más. Y también en la descripción dejo mis ligas a las redes sociales, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook y YouTube, para que me sigan y estén al tanto del contenido que voy sacando. Y sin más, les deseo que tengan una excelente noche. Hasta luego.